Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commenttary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out!
Welcome to Villa Park for this World Cup Qualifier between England and Andorra. England going well in the group so far, 3 games, 3 wins. On the flip side, Andorra have yet to score a goal and get a single point. For Andorra, they have a mammoth task today against England at Villa Park this afternoon. Well, the players are out. The crowd is in. It's a massive atmosphere here at Villa Park. A beautiful afternoon for football. So let's start with the starting lineups and let's take a look at England first of all. They have Jordan Pickford in goal, a back 4 of Miles Lewis-Kelly, Mark Gahey, Dan Burn and Reece James. The holding midfielders are Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice. Operating behind the captain Harry Kane is Marcus Rashford. Arsenal's new signing Eberechi Eze and Noni Madueke also at Arsenal. For Andorra, only 4 of these players actually play in Andorra. They line up as follows with Iker Alvarez in goal, Ian Oliveira, Christian Garcia and Max Lovera are the back 3 in centre-back. The full-backs are Moishe San-Nicolas and Beal Borrow are the other 2 at the back, making 5 at the back. So Andorra have come here just to concede as few goals as possible. In the midfield, Johan Siervas, Pau Babo, Mark Valet, he's the captain, Aaron Rodrigo, and the lone forward today is number 9, Ricard Fernandez for Andorra. We'll keep you up to date with the other games that are going on today as well. You'll be able to see that ticker on the bottom of your screen. The substitutes also listed there as well. And the referees today, the officials are all from Finland. And we'll just get you those now. The referee is Mohamed Al-Amara. The assistants are Turka Valyaka and Mika Lampu. The 4th official is Payman Samani. And the VAR officials are both from Belgium with Bram van Drescher and Bert Poo, the other assistant VAR for the officials for today. And we're going to get the game underway very shortly. England looking a very strong lineup, looking to score as many goals as possible before they really face the only other real threat in this group, and that is Serbia in Belgrade on Tuesday. That won't be an easy tie, but Thomas Tuchel opting for a very strong lineup nevertheless. Earlier on today in the Group K, Latvia lost at home to Serbia, so Serbia keeping the pressure on England. They do have a game in hand after today's game as well. The referee now just doing the coin toss as Andorra are in yellow today, so I might need to adjust some of that. And it's looking like it's going to be a very, very interesting game today at Villa Park. 2 players on yellow cards for Andorra. Ricard Fernandez and Pau Babo are on yellow. So another yellow card for them will, of course, mean a suspension. A couple on the substitutes bench, De La Heras and Valet are also on yellow cards as well. So now we are just waiting for the referee to get this game underway. England in their white shirts, blue shorts and white socks. And Andorra are in yellow with the red and blue trim. Yellow shorts, yellow socks. There's the captain, Mark Valet, just organising his team. And, well, it's a mammoth challenge for Andorra today. They're about to get the game underway, attacking the goal to our right. And the game is going to get underway very, very shortly. We're just waiting for the official to blow the whistle. There appears to be a bit of a delay. And still we're waiting for the official to blow the whistle. I think he's finally going to do it now. We're underway, and it is Andorra who get us kicked off. It's gone all the way back to the goalkeeper and cleared long downfield. England, of course, will be looking to score as many goals as possible because this is a group tie, and of course that means goal difference is an issue. So it's back with Declan Rice, who plays the ball across there to Mark Gahey. Gahey holds the ball up across to Reece James on the right hand side. He plays the ball down the line to Noni Madueke. England already starting as they mean to go on. Noni Madueke tries to get to the byline. Oh, a super challenge that time by the Andorra defenceman there, Ian Oliveira. That was a super challenge, and it gives the game the first corner. But Noni Madueke already showing down that right hand side what a threat he can be. And, well, in the end it came off Noni Madueke. I thought that had gone behind for a corner, but that is not to be the case. And it's a goal kick to Andorra, and Iker Alvarez is going to launch this ball downfield. Up in the air goes Elliot Anderson. It goes over his head, and Reece James is fighting to win that, and he's won a free kick. Foul that time by Pau Babo, and it's going to be a free kick to England. There is the head coach, Koldo Alvarez, for Armenia. England moving forward now with the number 12, Dan Burn, in a very advanced position. Gives the ball to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Dan Burn. Back to Burn again. He moves towards the centre circle and drops the ball out to Elliot Anderson. He gives the ball to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Plays the ball infield there to Declan Rice, but chasing the ball here is Rashford. Rashford is going to try and get the cross, and he beats his man, beats two. He goes down in the penalty area. The referee says no. There's no appeal from the England players, and it's finally cleared away by Max Loveira. And now Andorra have the ball inside the England half, and it's a foul by Dan Burn. The Armenia and Portugal game just a little bit late getting underway. They have just kicked off. 0-0 there. Like I said, I'll keep you up to date with what's going on. And it's a free kick for Andorra. Just inside the England half, just inside the Andorra half of the field. It's taken quickly by Loveira. Loveira drops it back to Garcia, and he goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Alvarez. Alvarez releases the ball there, and it's Bilbao plays the ball down the line, and it's won back comfortably there by Elliot Anderson, who drops the ball back there to Mark Gahey, and it's now back to the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. Pickford releases the ball to Dan Burn, who's inside his own half. Here is Dan Burn. He crosses the halfway line, gives the ball there to Lewis-Skelly. Back to Dan Burn. Dan Burn just checks himself back towards the centre circle, drops it back to Elliot Anderson. 0-0 if you've just joined us. You're not missing much. England getting into advanced positions in the Andorra half of the field, but they're not really able to create anything as of yet. Here's Dan Burn. Drops the ball down to the left-hand side to Marcus Rashford. Tries to do a quick 1-2 with Miles Lewis-Skelly. Rashford is never going to win that ball, and it's put out of play by Max Loveira for Andorra. It's going to be a throw-in now for England, and it's Miles Lewis-Skelly that takes it quickly to his club partner Declan Rice. Goes back to Dan Burn. He plays it into the centre circle to Gahey. It's back with Elliot Anderson, who goes down to the left-hand side to Miles Lewis-Skelly again. He drops it back to Dan Burn, and here's Marcus Rashford. Long ball over the top, looking for Reece James down the right-hand side. Reece James gives the ball to Madueke. Noni Madueke just checks back. Under pressure there from Bilbao. It's dropped back to Mark Gahey, who goes all the way back to Jordan Pickford. It's Gahey again on the halfway line, launches the ball long. Header won that time by Ian Oliveira, and the ball goes out of play, but is actually in an offside position, Eberechi Eze, and it's going to be a free kick to Andorra. England 0, Andorra 0. Thomas Tuchel looking very relaxed there. Just sat down on one of the Lucasade water refrigerators. He seems to be quite happy with the way things have started so far for England. And it's Iker Alvarez, the goalkeeper, launches the ball long downfield from that offside free kick. Chasing this one down there is Servos. And it's won back here though by Noni Madueke, and he's off on the way here, but he's brought down, and it's going to be another free kick, and he's brought down by let's just take a look there. He was brought down by Pau Babo, and Babo gets the first yellow card of this afternoon's game. No doubt in my mind that that was a free kick, and it didn't look like Babo really went for the ball either, and he misses the next game, of course, because he's one of the players that has already been booked. So Pau Babo misses the next game, and it goes back now to the number 12 for England, Dan Burn. Burn launches the ball across to the right-hand side to Reece James. James drops the ball back here to Mark Gahey. Into the centre circle to Dan Burn. Burn picked up by Declan Rice. England so far moving the ball about well, but they're not really creating anything. Excuse me. And there's Elliot Anderson, plays the ball down the right-hand side. That's a good ball to Noni Madueke. Gives the ball back to Anderson. Anderson to Gahey, back to Dan Burn. And flicked on there by Noni Madueke. And picked up, down goes Miles Lewis-Skelly, but there is nothing given by the referee. The referee suggested Miles Lewis-Skelly went down very easy there. No decision by the referee, and coming forward now is Dan Burn. He gives the ball to Declan Rice. Declan Rice across to Gahey. Gahey tries to play the ball through. Eberechi Eze tried to sneak in there, but the ball is brought back to the goalkeeper by Bilbao. It's cleared downfield by the goalkeeper Alvarez, but picked up comfortably in the centre of the park here by Elliot Anderson. The ball finds Marcus Rashford. Rashford, long ball over the top there, looking for Noni Madueke on the right-hand side. Or just checking away there is Reece James. He manages to find Miles Lewis-Skelly down the left. Lewis-Skelly gets the cross into the box, and it's headed behind by the number 15 there for the number 15 there, Moishes San Nicolas, just heading the ball behind for a corner. Oh, did that go out of play? That actually went out of play for a throw-in, in fact. And it's Reece James to take the throw-in. Headed on by Madueke. Here's Eze. Eze drops the ball back to Anderson, to Miles Lewis-Skelly. You're going to see him getting to an advanced position in this game. Here's Marcus Rashford, tries to check inside there. That's really good defending by Borrow. Borrow just holding on to the ball right now for Andorra. Good play. And he just checks back, and it's cleared away there in the end by Rodrigo. Only as far there as Miles Lewis-Skelly. Drops it back to Dan Burn. Dan Burn across to Gahey. Gahey, it's Reece James now for England in an advanced position. Back to Gahey. Dan Burn again. And plays the ball now to Marcus Rashford. And the ball played forward looking for Declan Rice, but there's a bit too much on that. Declan Rice isn't going to get that, and it goes behind for a goal kick. As we hit the 9-minute mark here at Villa Park, it's England 0, Andorra 0. And it's a beautiful day here in the second city as Iker Alvarez is going to take the goal kick. It's downfield and out of play for a throw-in. Disappointing goal kick there by Iker Alvarez. The throw-in is going to be taken by Reece James over on that right-hand side by the halfway line. And it's dropped back to Mark Gahey from Elliot Anderson. And now it's with Jordan Pickford, who may find himself with very little to do today. Here's Dan Burn, the ever-reliable Newcastle centre-back. Across there to Gahey. Gahey down the right-hand side to Reece James. Quick 1-2 with Noni Madueke. Here's Elliot Anderson. Oh, he tries to play the ball through. It bounces back to Kane with the shot. It's a first effort on goal, but it's a timid effort by Harry Kane. And a simple save for Iker Alvarez in the end. You can actually see Kane was in an offside position anyway. And the difficulty in clearing that for Oliveira. And it's cleared downfield. Picked up, and a shot on goal there, or towards the goal at least, by Rodrigo. It would have actually gone wide, but Pickford had to be on his toes for a moment there. It was quite an audacious effort. Here's Miles Lewis-Skelly. Drops the ball back into midfield. There to Elliot Anderson. Anderson finds Declan Rice. Ball played through by Gahey. He was looking for Kane, but it was behind the Bayern Munich forward. And it just goes straight through to the goalkeeper, Iker Alvarez. Some comments in the comments section. Ryan S. Well, England is managed by a non-English manager. I cheer for the opposition. Come on, Andorra. Humiliate the German Lions. Excellent commentary, though. Cheers. Thank you very much. I'm actually a Germany fan myself, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. The ball is played long over the back of the Andorra defence there, looking for the chasing Harry Kane. It goes straight through to the goalkeeper, Iker Alvarez again. Andorra at the moment just trying to keep England out. They really have put the wall up, park the bus, as I've heard the phrase used. At the moment, England looking to find a way through that back five of Andorra. And it's not a back five with wing backs either. It's a flat back five. We don't see that very often in the modern game. A 5-4-1 for Andorra today, as Andorra caught offside there, and it's going to be a free kick. As we've got an update in the Portugal game, and I'm just going to update that for you in a moment. And already Portugal have taken a 1-goal lead in that game, and I'll get you the goal scorer in just a moment. The goal scorer in that game is João Felix after 10 minutes. The ball is played back to the goalkeeper by Dan Burn, and Jordan Pickford picks that up. And it's now with the number 23, Elliot Anderson for England. Over the halfway line there is Reece James. He finds Noni Madueke down the right-hand side. I just don't want one manager in England. Okay, Ryan, thanks very much. That's funny. It's back now with Reece James. Reece James finds the number 12, Dan Burn. Good play by Dan Burn, plays it into the centre circle to Mark Gahey. It's lifted over the top, looking for Noni Madueke. Madueke trying to get to the byline and get a cross in, but that's really solid defending by Max Oliveira. Just shields that ball out of play, and it's a goal kick, and England still just not able to find a way through the Andorran defence at this time. And we've played almost 14 minutes. It's 0-0 here. The other game kicking off at around this time in Armenia, as you can see at the bottom of your page there, is 1-0 to Portugal. The ball is launched downfield, and the header is won by Elliot Anderson. Headed on there, really good ball, and just nodded away really comfortably that time by Oliveira. But England have the ball now with Noni Madueke and it's out wide to Eberici Eze. It's cleared away, but only as far as Elliot Anderson, and England continue to put on the pressure early on here. And it's picked up by Dan Burn. Nice ball there to Eberici Eze. Can you shoot? Eze, he does get a shot on goal, but again, it's a tame effort and a comfortable save for Iker Alvarez, as England getting closer to trying to break this wall of defence down from Andorra. And the effort on goal was really a comfortable save for Iker Alvarez, one you'd expect any international goalkeeper to save. As the ball is cleared downfield, right through to his opposite number, Jordan Pickford. And it's now back with Declan Rice. Rice now just over the halfway line. Plays it along into the centre circle to Mark Gahey. Gahey drops the ball out wide there to Reece James. He's looking for Noni Madueke. It was a bit short for Madueke, but it did come off the defender, Moises San Nicolas, so it's going to be a corner to England. And this is the first corner of the game after 15 minutes for the Three Lions. And going over to take it is Declan Rice. And there is the head coach for Andorra, Coldo Alvarez. And Declan Rice is just going to outswing this one. Dan Burn there being closely marked, and there is an issue going on here between the number 5 Max Lavera and Mark Gahey. The referee has to step in and just deal with that. It's really nothing. But the corner is going to be coming in now as Gahey is receiving a shove off Iker Alvarez as well, as he's trying to keep Gahey out of his way. And we're going to get the corner taken here by Declan Rice or not. It goes short to Eberici Eze. Drop back there to Noni Madueke with a shot. It is blocked. And the rebound is picked up there by Reece James as he knocks it back to his own goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. And won there by Elliot Anderson in the centre circle to Dan Burn. And out wide now to Declan Rice. Declan Rice holds the ball up. He lifts the ball over the top. And trying to bring that ball under control there was Rashford. He was not able to do so, but he managed to keep the ball in play and just hook it out of play for a throw into Andorra. But this was a really good ball over the top, but unable to control the ball was Marcus Rashford. It just got away from him there. And he just hooks the ball out of play. The throw-in is taken quickly. Elliot Anderson has the ball now. And it's picked up by Reece James. Inside the centre circle to Elliot Anderson again. Anderson out wide to Rashford. Rashford tries to launch the ball in. Oh, it's off Ian Oliveira. Breaks loose for Reece James. James gets the cross in, but it's a really poor cross by Reece James. And it only manages to find Borrow. But Borrow had the ball snatched off him there by Declan Rice. But he runs the ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in, which is going to be taken by Beal Borrow. And England and Andorra locked at 0-0 with 18 minutes gone. And Borrow with a throw-in. It's comfortably headed down by Harry Kane. The ball was headed away there. And I'll be honest with you, Max Lavera there didn't get much on that, but unable to bring the ball under control was Harry Kane. And eventually it does roll behind for a goal kick off the head of Harry Kane. And so far, England, while they've had much of the possession, they've created very, very little against this Andorra defence. And as the game goes on and England don't score, you may find that they may get caught on the break by Andorra, who are yet to score a single goal in qualifying. And here is a throw-in for England, and it's going to be taken by Reece James, just inside England's half of the field. And it's with the number 4 Declan Rice now, who drops it back to Gahey. Gahey gives the ball back to Pickford. And now here's Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson drops the ball back, and it's now back with Pickford. It's a difficult one for Pickford to deal with, and closing in there was Ricard Fernandez. He managed to flick the ball up and get it away there, Jordan Pickford, but that was not the best ball back for him to deal with. It's now down on the right-hand side by Rodrigo. Rodrigo trying to pick that ball up. He goes down under the challenge along with Reece James. And it's going to be a throw-in as we see some Andorra fans there. There's 4 of them there that I can see. And here is Miles Lewis-Skelly. Plays the ball into the centre circle. Here's Gahey. Out wide to Reece James. It's flicked on to Madueke. Madueke has 2 around him there, and the challenge is very sharp that time by San Nicolas. Gets the ball out of play, and it's a throw-in for England. And it's taken quickly. We've had 20 minutes gone here. Still no goals. 1-0 in the other game between Armenia and Portugal. João Felix, the scorer of that goal. And picked up here now by Dan Burn. Burn just drops the ball down the left-hand side to Marcus Rashford. Delivers the ball to Reece James, but you know what? Sorry, to Miles Lewis-Skelly, but that was a really poor ball. And now, can Andorra put together a few passes? They can't. They give the ball away straight to Dan Burn. And now, here is the number 4, Declan Rice for England. Mark Gahey now. Dan Burn again, midway inside the Andorra half of the field. Back to Gahey again. Out wide to Noni Madueke. Madueke just rolls the ball back into his own half of the field to Reece James. Here's Gahey. 69% ball possession for England in this first half so far. 31% for Andorra. I'll update the stats at half time. And the ball is played forward to Eberici Eze, and now he gives the ball to Noni Madueke down the right. Madueke tries to play the ball through to Eberici Eze, but it's a poor ball, and it's ways too far ahead of Eze, and even he is not going to be able to catch that one. It goes behind for a goal kick. England 0, Andorra 0. Goal kick for Iker Alvarez now to launch downfield. I think Andorra will be pretty happy with the first 20 minutes that they've gotten through without conceding. And Alvarez is going to get a yellow card in a minute because he's taking a long time. Finally, he releases the ball, right-footed downfield. Up in the air, it's won back by Elliot Anderson. And headed on again there by Reece James. It's picked up by Anderson again in the midfield. Given to Dan Burn. England coming forward now. Dan Burn. And out to the number 11, Marcus Rashford. Back to Burn again. Across there to Gahey. Gahey for Reece James. Reece James trying to get to the byline. Gets the cross in. It's blocked by Ian Oliveira. Goes back to Eberici Eze. And the shot is blocked. And England come close there. Here's James again. Swings the ball in. It's across the face of the penalty area. And it's missed by a fraction by Harry Kane. But that really should have been 1-0 to England. The ball gets to the byline initially. Ian Oliveira clears it. It only manages to find Declan Rice. The shot is then blocked by Eberici Eze. And here's where England should have scored. It was a beautiful ball across by Reece James. Tailor-made for Harry Kane, but he was not able to get his foot on the end of that and put the ball into the net. And it remains 0-0. And Portugal have doubled their lead. And I will get you the goal scorer in just a moment, but here's Miles Lewis-Skelly. And into the centre circle to Mark Gahey. Out wide to Noni Madueke. Madueke back to Gahey. The scorer of that second Portugal goal is Cristiano Ronaldo. So they lead 2-0 in Armenia. And here is Rashford. Rashford across to Elliot Anderson. Ball over on the far side. And played through to Anderson into Madueke. Madueke launches the ball, it's flicked on, and it's an own goal. It's turned into his own net, and it looks like it is the number 6 for Andorra, Christian Garcia. He turns the ball into his own goal, and well, England find themselves 1 goal up, and an own goal by Garcia, and it just flicked off the head. It was a really wonderful ball into the box, and it was just turned in there, and England take the 1 goal lead. Garcia own goal after 25 minutes, and well, there was no chance for the goalkeeper, was there? It was just turned into his own net there by Christian Garcia. Own goal on 25 minutes. And England have the 1 goal lead. And it goes back to the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. Here's Dan Burn. Dan Burn plays the ball across to Mark Gahey. So England lead by 1-0. And here is Noni Madueke down the right hand side. Drops the ball back there to Reece James. We've had some comments in the comment section. I'll be reading them out shortly. I've not forgotten about you. Just England are on the attack right now. Here is Declan Rice plays the ball across to Rashford, back to Rice. Rice plays the ball into the middle. That's a good piece of defensive work by Ian Oliveira. Let's take a look at those comments. And Ryan said we'd have scored that if we had an English manager. Pride would have got it over the line. Denied by shame. Andorra letting the side down. Ball is long, and it's played behind. Oh, it's gone over the top and behind from Mark Gahey there. So England leading by 1-0, and well, you can see here up on your screen there, the goal scorer is Garcia on 25 minutes, and really good play by England in the build-up to that, which got Noni Madueke's cross in. And the flick on by Garcia, he had to go up for it, but England have the lead as a consequence. And the ball is out of play. It's going to be a throw-in now from that goal kick. It's another poor goal kick, really, from Iker Alvarez, and this is a few times he's done this in this half. And Reece James takes a throw-in. It goes back to Gahey. And he goes back to the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. Pickford launches the ball downfield. Chasing this one is Marcus Rashford, but he's in an offside position. And it's cleared away by Pau Babo. And it goes straight to Dan Burn. He puts the ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in for Andorra. I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. We definitely appreciate you spending your valuable time with us for this England game against Andorra. A couple of wins against Andorra and one against Serbia will probably be enough for England, not mathematically, but it'll put them in a very substantial position. The ball is long by Dan Burn over the top to Marcus Rashford. He picks the ball up down the left-hand side now. He checks inside to the corner of the penalty area. He was back-heeled there by Marcus Rashford, was looking for the run of Miles Lewis-Skelly. He didn't read that, and Ian Oliveira puts the ball out of play for a throw-in to England. Level with the penalty area of Andorra down the left-hand side. Miles Lewis-Skelly is going to take this. And drop back there to Dan Burn. Burn gives the ball to Rashford again. Rashford down that left-hand side, outside of the boost pass to Kane. Kane tried to flick the ball. He keeps possession, does Kane. Tries to get the cross in, it's blocked. And finally, it's going to be put out of play here by Max Lavera. No, it's held, it's kept in play, and the ball is cleared away by Ian Oliveira, but only as far as Dan Burn. And England keep the pressure on here with Elliot Anderson. Flicked on here to Marcus Rashford. The ball is won back comfortably in defence by Ian Oliveira. And Babbo clears the ball forward over the halfway line, but there is nobody there because Ricard Fernandez is the lone forward, and it's going to be a very, very tiresome afternoon for him today. England have possession again, and it's Miles Lewis-Skelly coming forward over the halfway line. Back to Elliot Anderson, across to Gahey. Gahey tries to play the ball through to Eberici Eze, but it's won back, and now here come Andorra over the halfway line. It's being held up well by Ricard Fernandez that time, and now here is Aaron Rodrigo. Rodrigo looking to turn away from Declan Rice, but that ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for England, but a rare advance into the England half of the field from Andorra there. At half-time, we'll bring you all of the scores as well, and the fixtures from around Europe for today. Here's Miles Lewis-Skelly. Drops the ball back there to Dan Burn. And across to Noni Madueke. At 31 minutes gone here, it's England 1, Andorra 0. And it's played back to Mark Gahey again, and played forward by Dan Burn, but it's the pass is broke down here as Ricard Fernandez are trying to break through, and he goes down under the challenge of Dan Burn. The referee says nothing, and play continues now for England. Here is Declan Rice. And it's a good ball played forward by Elliot Anderson there, but it's won back here now. Coming forward is Aaron Rodrigo. Rodrigo is dispossessed though just before he gets to the halfway line, and England have the ball back. And keeping possession for more than a few seconds has proven to be a challenge for Andorra, as they really are defending for their lives in this first half. 32 minutes gone though, they've done a pretty decent job defensively. Just the one blip, the own goal by Christian Garcia. Dan Burn picks up the ball. We've got a weekend of football for you on the Commentary Hub. Tomorrow we bring you a all-important qualifier from Group A. Germany take on Northern Ireland. After their shock defeat to Slovakia in the week, Germany will be desperate for a victory against a buoyant Northern Ireland team that beat Luxembourg 3-0. Join us tomorrow for that. Kick-off 7:45. The game continues here. And England have the ball with Mark Gahey. Gives the ball to the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. And now here is Miles Lewis-Skelly just inside his own half of the field. Dan Burn drops the ball across to Gahey. Just over the halfway line there to Reece James. He finds Noni Madueke. Madueke lifts the ball over the top, looking for Eberici Eze. And that's going to be a corner. And the ball came off Beelborough last, so it's going to be a corner to England. The second corner of the game. 1-0 the score. Down the right-hand side. It's going to be taken by Declan Rice as Andorra marking tightly again. Cross coming in, headed away by Garcia. Only as far there as Rice. He gives the ball to Eberici Eze. Eze holds the ball up, returns the ball to Rice. Rice gets the cross in. It's headed to the edge of the area, but only as far as Miles Lewis-Skelly. He chose not to shoot. Elliot Anderson. Reece James flicks the ball over the top, looking for Noni Madueke. It's cleared away by Aaron Rodrigo that time. And here is Marcus Rashford, launches the ball towards the penalty area. Goalkeeper comes out a long way to get there, Iker Alvarez, and picks that ball up from the air very comfortably. Portugal have scored a third goal. It's now 3-0 in Armenia, and I'll get you the score in just a moment. The ball is out wide on the far side to Rodrigo. He holds the ball up and drops it back to Babo. And now back to Lovera. Back to the goalkeeper, Iker Alvarez, long downfield. The header won there by Dan Burn, but really only as far as Valet, the captain. Drops the ball back there to Borrow. Borrow goes back to the goalkeeper, and Andorra have had their longest spell of possession here. Now they've lost it, and it's been dropped back to Mark Gahey. The scorer of the third goal for Portugal is João Cancelo on 32 minutes. So Portugal well on their way to a win in Armenia. They are 3-0 up there. And here is Dan Burn. Burn holds up the ball. England looking for a second. They'll definitely, I suppose, want a second before half-time. Goes back to the goalkeeper, Pickford, from Dan Burn. Pickford well out of his goal. And he gives the ball to Gahey. Gahey to Reece James. James holds the ball up. And it's now with Noni Madueke. Madueke just keeping his foot on the ball. This is a good play by Madueke. He drops it back to Reece James. Back to Gahey. Across there to Dan Burn. And Marcus Rashford now down the left-hand side. Rashford checks back. Manages to find Harry Kane. Kane, oh, it's a disappointing ball by Kane. Gives the ball straight to the captain, Mark Valet. Valet sends the ball down this near side to Johan Cavos, but it's intercepted. And now England storming forward with Noni Madueke again. Madueke drops the ball back to the number 23, Elliot Anderson. England patiently building up. They're looking for that second goal. It's Madueke again, back to James. Gahey. Number 12 there, Dan Burn. Down to the left-hand side to Rashford. Rashford tried to do a quick 1-2 with Declan Rice, but the ball is put behind by Beal Borrow, and it's going to be a third corner for England, and this time it's down the left-hand side. And just going to see the cross coming in here. We're going to just see who the corner is going to be taken by, actually. Rashford has made his way into the 6-yard box. Dan Burn is there. A lot of pushing and shoving. I suspect it's going to be Declan Rice from the left-hand side. He takes them from that side for Arsenal. Let's see if he's going to outswing this one. Declan Rice. Ball comes in. It's crossed to the back post, and a good header out of play there for another corner. That's really good defending by Christian Garcia this time. Made sure he got his head on that, put it behind for a corner. Standing right behind him was Harry Kane. So he had to win that header. And it's a corner down the right-hand side for England again. And it's going to be out, well, it's a short one this time, to Eberici Eze. Back to Noni Madueke, edge of the box. Does he fancy a shot? No, he gives the ball back to Eze. Eze gets a cross in, Kane with the header, and it's just over the crossbar. Goalkeeper had it covered. Not an awful lot of power on that header by Harry Kane. You see the ball back there to the corner of the penalty area. It was swung in. Kane. It would have taken a lot for him to score from there, to be fair. Almost level with a penalty spot. Over the crossbar. And it is still 1-0 to England. And, well, England currently leading by this single goal to nil. You might argue they should be further ahead. Here is Noni Madueke for England. And they have the ball in the midfield now. Patient build up by the Three Lions. And it's with Declan Rice. Declan Rice just drops the ball here to Dan Burn. Burn across to Gahey. Dan Burn again, out wide now to Miles Lewis-Skelly as England continue to pile on the pressure on this Andorran defence. Gahey plays the ball out wide to Reece James. Reece James finds Noni Madueke. Been a real threat down that right-hand side, Noni Madueke. Holds the ball up. He's got Oliveira with him. Does no, it's a goal kick. I was just wondering for a second there whether Noni Madueke won the corner, but it looks like it came off the England right winger. See it here. Nice pass there to Noni Madueke with the cross and the header by Garcia, who turned the ball into his own goal. He had to try to win it. Kane was right there, but he just got the glancing header, took it past his own goalkeeper. Noni Madueke trying to claim it's his goal, but that is an own goal. That wasn't going on target. And it's cleared downfield. Picked up by Harry Kane. Harry Kane holding the ball up well. Beats two Andorran players there. That's really good play by Harry Kane. But it's blocked by the captain, Mark Vallet. And now picked up by Ian Oliveira. But he's given the ball away. And here's Eberechi Eze. Eberechi Eze to Declan Rice, but the referee has blown up for a foul there on Christian Garcia, and it's going to be a free kick to Andorra as we've got 4 minutes to go until the half-time break here. England leading by a goal to nil, and in the other game Portugal a little bit more free scoring, winning 3-0 in Armenia. Goals there from João Felix, Cristiano Ronaldo, and the third goal scored by João Cancelo. In case you're wondering what's going on there, the ball is cleared downfield and just a back header by Gahey gives it to Jordan Pickford, and Pickford releases the ball to Dan Burn, and it's a really good pass there to the number 3 Miles Lewis-Skelly, and across to Gahey. To Madueke, back to Gahey. Gahey holds the ball up well. It's now with Elliot Anderson. Anderson gives the ball back to Gahey. Slow build up by England, really. Here is Marcus Rashford down the left-hand side. Rashford skips into the penalty area. He's just taken it too far. It's cleared away by Max Oliveira, but well, Rashford did well there to skip inside 2 Andorran defenders, but he just ran the ball a bit too far. Dan Burn sends the ball on there to Gahey. Gahey flicks the ball on, but Borrow heads it back to the goalkeeper, who clears the ball rather strangely there. It was a really terrible clearance. Reece James kept it in, but only manages to head the ball behind for a goal kick. And Iker Alvarez will breathe a sigh of relief there, as much of the supporters now just making their way to the refreshment stands, as we are about 2 minutes plus stoppage time from the break. I can't imagine there being too much stoppage time at the end of this first half. It's been pretty free-flowing, and the ball is won by Aaron Rodrigo there. He's done well, just got ahead of Noni Madueke, but the ball is won back quickly between Madueke and Elliot Anderson. The ball is played forward there. Won back again in midfield by Elliot Anderson. Doing the little things right is a Nottingham Forest midfielder. Really good play, winning the ball in midfield and placing some excellent distributing passes down to the wingers. And here is Noni Madueke, a ball across there to Dan Burn. England 1, Andorra 0. Here's Dan Burn again. It's a good ball across there to Gahey, to Eberechi Eze. Good ball to Noni Madueke. Madueke gets to the byline, tries to get the cross in. It's back to Eze, and the goalkeeper just punched the ball away. but it went straight back to Eberichieze, but he was not able to put the ball in the net, and England let another chance pass by. And here's Declan Rice, and now here's Rashford, and the goal, it seems to me, from what I can see, is for England to run at these Andorran players rather than to try to pass the way through. I think is the way forward, and we're seeing the best breakthroughs for England in that kind of scenario. Here's Reece James. Back to Declan Rice. His pass is a poor one, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. Just figure out how much stoppage time we got left at the end of the first half. You see Noni Madueke got that cross in. Goalkeeper just got his palms to it, and Eberichieze was close to getting in, but it was really smart defending again by Christian Garcia. Not sure if we're going to see any stoppage time at the end of this first half. There's no board gone up as of yet. It's a free kick to England. And it's taken quickly. And that's it. That's half time. And, well, no stoppage time whatsoever at the end of the first half. It is England who take the 1-goal lead at half time. For all their possession that they've had in the first half, they can really only point to a couple of chances of note. One, of course, being Harry Kane before the first goal. The ball played across beautifully to Kane, but he was not able to tap the ball in the net. In the end, they rely on an own goal by Christian Garcia, and that is the difference at half time. Let's just go through the other scores. It's still a later score, by the way, in Armenia. They had a slightly later kickoff. So we'll just run through the international scores. And it's earlier on today, Serbia won in Latvia 1-0. Half-time here, of course, England 1, Andorra 0. Armenia 0, Portugal 3. There's 3 games later tonight. Ireland host Hungary in Dublin at 7:45 kickoff there. Austria and Cyprus at 7:45, and San Marino and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Those are all UK times. We're going to take a half-time break now, and we'll be back for the start of the second half, so join us then. Welcome back for the start of the second half. England have just gotten onto the field now. The Andorran team have been out for just a little bit longer. They are just sorting themselves out for the start of the second half. And for England, well, they need to be looking at maybe adding one or two more goals. They have lacked the directness in terms of their play. They've been reluctant to shoot around the edge of the box and have perhaps lacked the creativity in general as they've tried to walk the ball into the net. It's just not been there really for England in that first half, and we'll just see if we see a more direct approach from England in this second half. They will be attacking the goal to our right, while Andorra will be attacking the Trent end in the second half at Villa Park. As we're just waiting for this game now to get back underway. England will kick us off for the start of this second half. And we're just waiting for the confirmation from the referee, and we're underway for the start of the second half. And the ball is all the way back to Dan Burn. He launches it long, and it's picked up here by Miles Lewis-Skelly down the left-hand side. Two players surround him, and eventually he does lose the ball, Miles Lewis-Skelly. Goes out of play, though, for a throw-in for England. And Miles Lewis-Skelly is going to take the throw-in here. He drops the ball back to Rashford. Rashford back to Burn. Across to Mark Gahey. And out wide now there to Reece James, and here's Eberechi Eze for England. Gives the ball to James again, and it's Noni Madueke. Drops the ball back to Gahey, back to James, and again Gahey gives the ball to James again. And at the moment England just it's almost like a training session for them this entire game, really, just knocking the ball about between them. Here's Gahey now, and James again. Eze And he's tried to find Noni Madueke, but that move broke down. And it's just cleared out of play by Aaron Rodrigo for a throw into England. And it's going to be the number 2, Reece James, to take it. It's back with Gahey again. He's on the halfway line. Anderson. James. And across to Gahey. Anderson again. As here is James. Back to Gahey, long ball over the top, looking for Marcus Rashford, but it's disappointing, and it's headed away by the captain, Mark Valet. Anderson is alleged to have committed an indiscretion here, and it's going to be a free kick to Andorra. About 10 yards inside their own half of the field. Here's Ian Oliveira, back to the goalkeeper, Alvarez, who launches the ball downfield. And it's just brought down comfortably by Dan Burn, and he's just released it to Declan Rice. James. Madueke forward to Harry Kane. I think he might be in an offside position, Kane. He gets the cross in, it's knocked behind. Andorra are claiming offside eventually. That offside is given against Harry Kane. It looked very clearly in an offside position for me. And it's going to be a free kick for Andorra. It's going to be taken quickly by Ian Oliveira. Gets the ball back to the goalkeeper, and Alvarez clears the ball downfield. It's flicked on, and the ball is played over the top there now on the right hand side, chasing this ball forward. It's a good ball to Beelborough, but Beelborough checks back and plays a long ball looking for Aaron Rodrigo, and it was a very, very optimistic ball. It was comfortably headed back to the goalkeeper by Reece James. And here is Reece James again now. A nice back heel there to find Noni Madueke. Knocking the ball around this half of the field. They're not really going anywhere with it. They're just comfortable just playing the ball around. And here's Rashford. Good ball to Burn. Long ball over the top, but it's over the head of Reece James and goes out of play for a throw-in to Andorra. Thomas Tuchel, well, he can't be happy with this England performance as a whole. It really hasn't been there for England in the first half, and the second half hasn't started off any better. Here's Dan Burn. Long ball over the top by Gahey. Manages to find Noni Madueke. Now let's see what Madueke can do with it. Let's see if he chooses to have a run at San Nicolo. He pulls it back to Eberici Eze. Oh, fine save by Ika Alvarez, and the shot comes back in from Rashford, but it's wide. And that's the first bit of goal mouth action we've had since the goal. And, well, I can tell you that was a really good move. Noni Madueke skips inside, beats 2, pulls it back to Eberici Eze. The shot is well saved by Ika Alvarez, but the rebound finish should have been better, really, by Marcus Rashford. And so he puts that shot wide of the goal. And, well, it seems that England have had a lot more luck when they've run at this Andorra defence rather than trying to play the ball through them or over them. And it's a free kick in the middle of the park, or it's a throw-in, in fact, on the halfway line for Andorra, and it's now back with Ian Oliveira for Andorra as they go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Oh, the goalkeeper's made a poor clearance. Here's a chance now for Harry Kane. Oh, it's back there to Elliot Anderson. A super save by Ika Alvarez. Oh, that was a point-blank save. Here's Harry Kane now. Kane, can he get the cross in? Oh, it's a disappointing one. But that was a point-blank save by the goalkeeper. It was a poor clearance to begin with by Ika Alvarez. He really played his defender in trouble. It went straight back to Harry Kane. Harry Kane squared it to Elliot Anderson, and Anderson then forced a super save out of Iker Alvarez. Super goalkeeping. And, well, that's a super bitter play by both England, really, and the goalkeeping by Iker Alvarez. But England denied the second goal. Portugal have now gone 4-0 up in Armenia. And the goal scorer there is Cristiano Ronaldo with his second goal 2 minutes into the second half there. So 4-0 to Portugal. But here in England, it is England 1, Andorra 0. And Andorra do have a free kick. And it's going to be taken by Rodrigo. Also standing over that is Johan Carvos. Midway inside the England half of the field. It's Carvos in the end that launches it in. The header is won in the air by Declan Rice. It's bouncing around there. It breaks loose on a shot by, I think that's Ricardo Fernandez with the effort there. And it's well over the crossbar. And that's only their second attempt at goal. Both chances over the crossbar. And it's just on the 18-yard line. But England, well, it's a warning shot, really, that Andorra will take opportunities if they get them. Ball is played forward now, and here's Marcus Rashford. He's got time and space, pulls the ball across to Eze with a chance! Oh, that should have been 2-0. And Eberici Eze blazes it over the crossbar. It's offside anyway. But that was a real golden opportunity. Rashford just strayed into an offside position originally. The ball is pulled back by Rashford to Eze, and he skies his shot. And you have to be honest here, England's forwards do not have their shooting boots on today, that's for sure. We are not seeing the type of finishing that some of these guys have been producing in the Premier League for their respective clubs. The ball is cleared downfield from the free kick by Iker Alvarez. It's flicked on. And now here's Fernandez with the ball. Oh, he's crowded out of the play there by Elliot Anderson. Good piece of defending there by the Nottingham Forest midfielder. But just for a moment there, Fernandez found a little bit of space for himself. Here's Declan Rice. The ball is over the halfway line. And it's Rashford again. Rashford just is almost dispossessed. And he manages to win the ball back, and he runs the ball out of play. It's going to be a throw-in, is it? Or is the referee giving a free kick here? It looks like the referee might have given a free kick for the foul by Rashford. I did not see a lot wrong with that. And it's Oliveira, plays the ball forward. It's a header, it's won by Dan Burn. Solid performance by Dan Burn today, winning the ball in advanced positions with England's defending far up the park, and they've not really had anything to do, really too much to do on their own 18-yard box. Here's Eze, tries to win that ball, but it's won back that time by Moishe San-Nicolas, and he clears the ball downfield, picked up by Dan Burn inside the centre circle. Miles Lewis-Skelly wins the ball back, but he's dispossessed here, and perhaps an opportunity now for Johan Carvos. As the ball just over the halfway line, he goes down under the challenge from Miles Lewis-Skelly and is awarded the free kick. And more comments in the comment section. We have Hattie Blake. Hi Hattie, hope you're doing well. 1-0, surprised about that. Andorra actually doing well. Now the goal, Hattie, was an own goal by Garcia, so no one actually scored for England. It was an own goal. Christian Garcia was the scorer, flicked the ball on into his own net. It's a long ball here, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. And it's going to be taken here by Moishe San-Nicolas for Andorra. He drops the ball back to Ian Oliveira. He clears the ball downfield, and there is a foul here on Ricard Fernandez by Mark Gahey. 1-0 at the moment. Still in the other game, it's still Armenia 0, Portugal 4. They're a little bit behind us. They kicked off a little bit later. There was a slight delay there. England fans, well, they're very quiet, it has to be said. They've not really had much to get them off the feet in this game, it has to be said. Here's a free kick. It's taken down the left-hand side to San Nicola. Can he get the cross in? San Nicola, he can. And here's Ricard Fernandez trying to win that ball back. Is Elliot Anderson. He goes down under the challenge and he wins the free kick for England. Hattie Blake has suggested San Marino 0, Bosnia and Herzegovina 7 later on. That might well be the case. Here's Gahey. Gahey drops the ball there to the number 2 there, Reece James for England. Again, it's a patient build-up. Cross to Dan Burn now. He's got options down the left-hand side. He's got Marcus Rashford down there. He's also got Reece James down the right. He chooses just to drop it to Elliot Anderson. The ball is played forward now, looking for Marcus Rashford, but that's a really disappointing ball, and it goes behind for a goal kick. And I have to be honest, we're going to see a double substitution now here. We are going to see 10 and 19. So we're going to see Guillermo Lopez and Alexandra Martinez to come on. 10 and 16. Lopez and Martinez. I'm just updating this because I actually have to do my own producing today. I am doing everything today on my own, so please bear with me. And we'll take a look at the substitutes coming off. It looks like one of them is the captain. Indeed it is. So it's the number 3 and also the number 9, Ricard Fernandez, is coming off as well. Fernandez, and it looks like the number 19 is also coming on. If I've seen that correctly, so... Oh yes, that's correct. Okay, so the substitutes so Joel Golan is coming on, and Guglielmo Lopez is coming on, in fact. So just to clear that up, that is the number 19 and number 9. So we'll just get that cleared up for you. So it's Gulen that is coming on. The substitutes taken off are correct. So Valles and Fernandez are off. So we'll just put that up on your screen for you. So Lopez and Gulen are on. Vele and Fernandez are off. And those are the first substitutes today. None by England so far. Throw in to England on the left-hand side. Miles Lewis-Skelly is just going to take that one. And goes back to the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. And he gives the ball to Mark Gahey. And drops the ball there to the number 2, Reece James. James back to Gahey and across there to Dan Burn. Dan Burn picks up Declan Rice. We're on the hour mark. Can England create anything, change anything, and maybe get a goal in this game? Is that possible? Let's see if they can do that. They've only got the 1 goal so far. It's Gahey. And it's a long ball by Rashford over the top there. And in an offside position is Miles Lewis-Skelly. So it'll be a free kick to Andorra. Hattie Blake says, I think if Andorra really try, they will get it to 1-1. Quite possibly, Hattie. I mean, certainly England at this point have had a couple of chances in the second half, but they've not taken them. And Thomas Tuchel cutting the look of a frustrated figure at the moment. As the ball is played long forward into that England half of the field. Eberici Eze brings the ball down, wins it back. It's chested on there. And here's Eze again for England. And he's got Harry Kane up there with him. He just keeps possession, holding the ball up well is Eze. Good ball across there to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Out to Rashford now. Rashford trying to get to the byline. Marcus Rashford tries to get the cross in, and it's blocked by Ian Oliveira on that far side, and it's going to be a corner to Andorra. Sorry, a corner to England, I should say. My mistake. 61 minutes gone. England pressing for that second goal. Andorra defending for their lives at the moment. Ian Oliveira watching Dan Burn at the moment. Miles Lewis-Skelly is in there. Kane is in there. This corner is going to come up from Declan Rice towards the back post. It's headed on by Burn. It's not cleared away properly. Finally getting his foot through that is Guilherme Lopez, the substitute. And he puts the ball out of play for a throw into England, which Declan Rice was going to take. He's now going to leave for Miles Lewis-Skelly. Miles Lewis-Skelly throws the ball there to Dan Burn. It's back to Gahey. He's about 40 yards out. Gahey drops the ball there to Reece James. Down the right-hand side to Noni Madueke. Trying to get to the byline. Drops it back there to Reece James. Reece James cross. Doesn't even beat the first man. And he's able to pick up his own rebound, though, here is Reece James. And drops it back to Noni Madueke. Forward there to Eze. And finally winning the ball back is Mark Villay, the captain. Dropped back there now to Dan Burn. England once again trying to pass their way through, and it's just not been working for England in this game so far. And a terrible giveaway by Noni Madueke. And here is Aaron Rodriguez. Drops the ball forward to Mark Villay, the captain. Cutting across to win that ball back is the skipper. Not the skipper, rather. Declan Rice trying to win that ball back, and he manages to knock it off Rodrigo and put the ball out of play for a throw into England. Still 1-0 here, 4-0 in the other game. Scores going across the bottom of your screen. 4-0 to Portugal in Armenia. And here is the number 2, Reece James for England, as they continue to put on some pressure but not really create much. It's now Rashford. Rashford holds the ball up. He's a few yards in from the touchline. Drops the ball back to Declan Rice. Back to Rashford down the left-hand side again. Delivers back to Rice. Midway inside the half of Andorra. And it's just held up there by Declan Rice. He gets the ball back off Rashford again. England once again trying to find a way through. And here's Gahey. Gahey out wide to James. Down the right-hand side this time. It's Gahey again. Cross there to Anderson. Back to Gahey. Forward to Noni Madueke now. Can Noni Madueke run at them? No, he goes down. No penalty there, of course, but it was cleared away by Max Lovera. But only as far, really, as Dan Burn and England are coming again. Declan Rice to Dan Burn. Down the left-hand side, just a few yards in from the touchline, is Marcus Rashford. Tries to skip into the penalty area, but it's won back by Max Lovera again. And he plays it off Marcus Rashford, and it goes behind for a goal kick. And we're going to see a triple substitution for England. So we're seeing 16... 15 and 7, so that is 16 is Livramento, and who is 15? 15 is Morgan Rogers, and the other one is, I think that's Gallagher. I'm not sure who the other one is just yet. I'll get that for you in a moment. Might be Jared Bowen. And here is Mark Gahey. Gahey over the halfway line to Declan Rice. Rice holds the ball up. Good ball out wide to Marcus Rashford. Rashford drops the ball back to Rice again. He's midway inside the Andorra half of the field. And it's Gahey again. England pressing for that second goal. And here is James. Portugal have gone 5-0 up. I'll update the goal scorer in a moment for you because England are pressing right now. Cross coming into the box. Says Declan Rice with the header. And it's 2-0 to England at last. Declan Rice with the goal scorer. And well, it was always going to come. No question about that. The opportunity has been coming for England in this second half. Declan Rice, 1 goal in 4 matches for him. 67 minutes. England take a 2-goal lead. And you can see the cross in there. For a second there, that Andorra defence fell asleep. And it was a free header for Declan Rice. He just headed the ball down into the goalkeeper's right corner. No chance for the goalkeeper. And England are 2 goals to the good. And Declan Rice this time with the goal scorer. And it looks like that's his last action of this game. Anthony Gordon is the other substitute that is going to be coming on. And I'm just going to organise those substitutions for you now. So we'll get those substitutions for you updated in a moment. Rashford has gone off and Rodgers has come on. So that's what we've got for now. James is out. And Livramento is in. And Rice is out. And the number 15, Rodgers, is in. So Livramento, Rodgers, and of course the forward there, Gordon. So let's just go through the substitutions. This is a triple substitution, so it's a lot for me to keep up with. Okay, so this is what we've got. We've got Rashford, James and Rice that have gone off. Livramento, Rodgers and Gordon that are on. And I'll just update that for you on the screen. And that is the latest on the substitutions. And England are coming forward now. And it's a good ball by Elliot Anderson to Tino Livramento down this right-hand side. Back to Noni Madueke. Madueke, crossover onto the far side of the field. It's Rodgers up there at the moment. Byrne gives the ball to back to Rodgers and back to Byrne again. Here's Gahey. Gahey, ball over the top there, is looking for the number 3 there, Miles Lewis-Skelly, but it goes out of play. The 5th goal for Portugal, incidentally, was João Felix with his 2nd. And we got more comments in the chat. Hattie Blake says Paraguay in the World Cup. Nice one, England, 2-0. Yes, Paraguay qualified. The South American qualifiers are just about done now. The only difference at the moment is the battle for the playoff position, which is going to be between Bolivia and Venezuela will battle to get in the playoff position when they play the last round of matches during the week. Here's Anthony Gordon now for England. He goes down. It looks like he's, well, no call there by the referee, and I agree. I don't think Bilbao did anything there. It looked like Anthony Gordon just tripped over himself there. And it's going to be a goal kick to Andorra. Iker Alvarez, the goalkeeper. He's had a pretty good game today. He's made a couple of sparkling saves. And the ball is cleared forward and out of play there from Ian Oliveira. And it's a throw in to England, 2-0 up with 19 minutes to go. And I suppose I should start thinking about a man of the match soon. Here is the number 23, Elliot Anderson, and Noni Madueke now for England. Noni Madueke tries to pick up the ball here. He's still got it, but he's not able to really go anywhere with it. And the ball is gone back to Mark Gahey. Back to Madueke again. Madueke, ball out wide to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon checks inside. Oh, there's a good ball there to Eberici Eze. It's laid off. And again, this time to Tino Livramento. Livramento gets across in. Oh, it seems to escape everybody, including Gordon. Gordon goes down and is appealing, but nothing doing, says the referee. Again, I didn't see an awful lot wrong with that. And it's a free kick to Andorra now anyway. Perhaps an offside given. Iker Alvarez is going to take the goal kick. I want to thank you for joining me today. I've taken time out of your busy day to listen to this commentary today. Really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. And we definitely appreciate that. The ball is cleared forward to Mark Gahey, and Gahey just heads the ball back to the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. We got more action for you tomorrow. An important game in Group A between Germany and Northern Ireland. Of course, with Germany's defeat to Slovakia in the week, they desperately need to win this game. And that is from Rheinpark Stadion in Cologne. Germany versus Northern Ireland. Join us at 7:45 UK time tomorrow for that one. And the ball is out wide now to Tino Livramento. Livramento drops the ball wide there to Mark Gahey. Gahey picks up the ball. Back to Livramento. Back to Gahey. And Gahey just holds the ball up. And drop back there to the number 23 there, Elliot Anderson. He's played very, very well today. And here's Dan Byrne. Byrne to Madueke. Laid off there to Anthony Gordon. And it's back to Gahey. Gahey's got Livramento free down the right. Picked up by Noni Madueke, but he's overwhelmed there by the captain of Andorra, Mark Valle, and he tries to clear the ball. It took a deflection and went out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in, which is going to be taken here by the number 15, San Nicolas. And Rogers chasing that one down. It's played off him and put out of play. So it's going to be another throw-in. England making another substitution here. And it looks like they're going to bring on Ezri Konsa as the next substitute for England. And the ball is now with Morgan Rogers. Plays the ball across there to Gahey. Gahey out wide to Livramento. Livramento back to Noni Madueke and back to Gahey again as England continue to press forward. Ooh, tries to play the ball through that, looking for Noni Madueke. It was a quick pass. And we're going to get a substitution here now. We're just going to see who's going to come off for England. And it looks like it is Mark Gahey who is coming off for Ezri Konsa. Gahey has played very, very well today as well. Really operated well in that defensive role, almost as a holding midfielder. So Gahey goes off and Konsa comes on for England, as that is the fourth substitution that's made today by Thomas Tuchel. And England coming forward now. And it's good ball by Elliot Anderson really trying to locate Eberici Eze there, but it was won back comfortably really by Johan Servos. Throw into England. And it's now back with Konsa. Konsa just knocks the ball down the line to Noni Madueke. Madueke gives the ball to Konsa again. Madueke. Holding the ball up well, Madueke. He tries to launch the ball into the penalty area. Free header for Anthony Gordon. Oh, another super save by Iker Alvarez. And Gordon, well, with a header. I don't think Gordon does an awful lot wrong here. The cross coming in again from Noni Madueke. Gordon was in an offside position at any rate, but it was a super save from the goalkeeper. Headed, just come off the shoulder of Anthony Gordon, in fact. But it was a good save by Iker Alvarez getting to his left-hand side. Morgan Gibbs-White is now coming on for England, and Eberici Eze is coming off. And so I'm just going to announce that on the screen for you. So Gibbs-White is on and Eberici Eze is off. Nottingham Forest midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White has had a mixed start to the season so far, but he's on now for Eberici Eze. And that is the fifth and final substitution for England in this game. Still only two made by Andorra, as skipping forward here now is Miles Lewis-Skelly, gets into the penalty area. He goes down. And just for a moment there, I thought the referee had given a penalty, but he hadn't. He just appeared to be pointing at the spot in general direction. The ball was won back comfortably by Beal Borrow. It was a really good challenge, actually. The ball is played forward now, and just defending well at the back is Ezri Konsa. And he goes back to the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. Releases the ball to Elliot Anderson. Anderson holds the ball up there to the number 17, Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs-White adopts really in that attacking midfield role. Is very, very effective. We've seen what he can do for Nottingham Forest. Here's Noni Madueke. Madueke drops the ball back to Konsa again. And Anderson, flicked on there by Rodgers, looking for Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon finally gets the ball at the second time of asking. Tries to play the ball through. It's flicked on by Harry Kane. He was looking for the run of Morgan Gibbs-White, but he wasn't making it. And the ball is cleared out of play. And we've got almost 10 minutes left here. It's England 2, Andorra 0 at Villa Park. Here's Morgan Rodgers. Back to Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson just drops the ball back there to Ezri Konsa. Out wide to Tino Livramento. Livramento drops the ball back there to the number 5, Ezri Konsa. And it's now with Konsa again, actually. And he just gives the ball to Livramento. England just game management now. Livramento launches the ball into the box. He's looking there for Morgan Rodgers. Rodgers was not able to bring the ball under control. And it's cleared away by Max Lavera. And out of play, off an England player there. I just wasn't quite sure who that was. It's out of play for a throw-in to Andorra. But inside the last 10 minutes, time for me to start thinking about my man of the match, as a substitution is going to be made. Number 2, De Cunha, is coming on for the number 14. So Rodrigo is out and De Cunha is coming on as the number 2. So I'm thinking they're adopting a even more tighter defensive formation as not to concede anymore. To be honest, it's been actually a pretty good defensive performance today by San Marino. So Rodrigo off, De Cunha on, and he is the third substitution for Andorra. 2-0. And the ball is played forward now, looking for Ricard Fernandez, but it's picked up and won back easily by Dan Burn, and England never really looked too much under threat defensively. Here's Noni Madueke, gives the ball to Livramento. It's back to Morgan Rogers, whips that ball across, and getting in the way of that was Beal Borrow and putting the ball behind for an England corner. Really good play by Beal Borrow. And just put behind there for a corner ball. And it's going to be outswung by Anthony Gordon on the right hand side. And the referee has just delayed things a little bit. Still at the moment we are waiting for the referee here. For the referee has stopped something for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what for. I think we're finally going to get the goal kick, the corner taken. And it's going to be taken short to Morgan Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White opts not to shoot. Finally gets the ball into the box. It's headed back in there again and headed away by Ian Oliveira. Back now with Gordon. Flick back to Madueke. Madueke back to Morgan Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White drops the ball back there to Gordon. Back to Noni Madueke. Tries to get the cross in and a free shot on goal there by Morgan Gibbs-White. And you might have expected him to do better. But I just wonder whether he slipped when he got this cross in. It took a deflection. So the ball is played forward now, down towards the number 11 there, Paul Babbo. Andorra just trying to come forward now, hoping for something in this game. Quick 1-2 with Rodriguez. Babbo goes down under the challenge, and nothing given, says the referee. And it's going to be, in fact, a free kick to England as Andorra preparing more substitutions as we go into the last 5 minutes of this game. I'll be giving you the player of the match in about 3 or 4 minutes' time. Here's Anthony Gordon. Here's Morgan Gibbs-White. Across to Ezri Konsa. Konsa's got Livramento down this right-hand side. Drops the ball back. And it's a good ball to Anthony Gordon here. Anthony Gordon flicks the ball back to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Tries to get that cross in, and it takes a deflection off Beal Borrow and goes behind for a corner to England. Still 2-0. And it's going to be taken by Anthony Gordon. And Anderson is in there. Time ticking down now. Can England add a third before the end? And it's swung in by Anthony Gordon. It's headed up into the air there. I'm not quite sure who by, but finally hacked away by San Nicola. Throw in to England, taken quickly by Livramento. Drops the ball to Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson plays it into the centre circle to the number 12 for England, Dan Burn. Out wide to Anthony Gordon again as he tries to run at the defence again. Anthony Gordon, he checks back. Morgan Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White towards the back post looking for Livramento. Livramento pulls it back. Oh, it takes a deflection right across the face of goal. Doesn't go in that time. England nearly, though, picking up a third goal. The claiming handball there. It did look like a handball on the part of Morgan Gibbs-White, but nothing doing, says the referee. Here's Elliot Anderson to Livramento. Livramento to Noni Madueke. Across to Ezri Konsa. Konsa. It's a good ball there. And here's Noni Madueke. Back to Rogers. Madueke goes down in the box. Nothing doing, says the referee. And they're not able to clear it away there as Ian Oliveira just gave the ball back to England. And here is the number 3, Miles Lewis Skelly to Rogers. Back to Lewis Skelly again. Dan Burn. Time ticking down here. I'll give you the man of the match at the next stoppage in play. And it's with the number 7 there, Anthony Gordon, flicked on and hacked away there by Ian Oliveira, but only as far as Elliot Anderson. And now here is Morgan Gibbs-White. Nice ball by Gibbs-White. Well, he was looking for Noni Madueke there, but the ball was cleared away. England regained possession though, and here's Anthony Gordon. Gordon under pressure that time from João Sevo, and it's cleared away but not very far. Again, England maintain possession, and Morgan Rogers skips into the penalty area, and it's cleared away and behind by Max Lavera, and it's going to be a corner to England again as we look at the quick 1-2 with Rogers and Noni Madueke. Let's have a look at Madueke goes down here. There's nothing in that. It's a corner to England. Just going to hold off for a moment on the man of the match. We will get there, I promise. The corner is going to be taken by Anthony Gordon. As England looking for their third goal. It's a long one to the back post. Headed down there. Oh, it's flicked up in the air and it's bouncing around. And Dan Burn tries to win the ball. England are appealing for something. And a yellow card has been given for Dan Burn for, I would suspect, really for the high kick there. So a yellow card for Dan Burn for England. Let's just take a look at this again. I mean, it's a high boot. We've seen these so many times right there, but it's not that bad. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't see a lot in that, to be perfectly honest. But the referee has given a yellow card for Dan Burn. And now we can give our man of the match. And the man of the match today, as sponsored by Football Live, I'm giving to England's number 23, Elliot Anderson. Generally for his performance in midfield today, very, very impressive. And he has played very, very well today. So today's player of the match, as sponsored by Football Live, goes to England's number 23, Elliot Anderson. There is a substitution, double substitution here for... I was trying to see who's coming off. It's it's Pau Babo. Let's just take a look at that. Just give me 1 second. Pau Babo, he wears number 11. We'll get the substitutions updated for you here in just a moment. We also, yes, it's Pau Babo who is coming off. Babo, and coming on is Jesus Rubio, who's wearing 18. So These are your substitutions for this game. It is Pau Babo who is coming off, and Jesus Rubio is on for Andorra, that making it the 4th substitution as we go into stoppage time. There is 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game, and we've already played a minute and a half of that, and the ball is rolled behind for a goal kick. Still 2-0 to England. Nothing further really from England's perspective. They might be a little disappointed that they've only scored 2 goals. They've had chances throughout the game to add to that, but have not taken them, and some really good saves by Iker Alvarez as well, as he clears the ball downfield. Up in the air, winning that one is Elliot Anderson, our man of the match today. And it's picked up in the middle of the park here by the number 2, D'Acunha. D'Acunha is dispossessed, so, and here's Elliot Anderson. The ball is played forward there to the number 3, Miles Lewis Skelly. Here's Anthony Gordon. He's dispossessed, but it goes out of play for a throw into England. It's taken quickly by Anthony Gordon. England continue to look for more goals. Here's Elliot Anderson. Time ticking down on this game. Not quite over yet. We've almost played the full 3 minutes. And England have won a free kick. It's taken quickly. And the ball is played long down to the right-hand side from Morgan Gibbs-White to Tino Livramento. And that's it. That's full time. And England will have to settle for a 2-goal win. They've had chances throughout the second half, but in the end, the goals were scored by an own goal by Garcia in the first half, and a second half header by Declan Rice is enough to give England the 2-goal victory in this game. And well, it's been a fantastic performance on the whole by England in terms of their building up, their creativity, but the finishing leaving much to be desired at the end of the day, and they run out 2-0 winners, and England can look back on this game. It's 3 points. They know if they can get a victory in Belgrade on Tuesday, that will put them well on their way to qualifying, as they would hit at that point the halfway mark of this qualifying campaign. It certainly means England probably should qualify, but the chances they've had have far outweighed what they have taken today. So England with the 2-0 victory. I am just going to run through some statistics with you in a moment as well. I'm going to put them up on your screen for you in a second. And England 2-0 winners here at Villa Park. As I've just put up the full-time scores here. See that there, those are your goal scorers. These are your statistics in today's game. Ignore that, that's not correct. I'm going to adjust that. And it should say full-time, not half-time. But we'll just change that up. Again, I'm sorry, I'm doing everything on my own today. That's full-time there. Okay, so those are your statistics. England having 83% possession, 17% for Andorra, 3.32 goals against 3.232 goals expected average, only 0.10 for Andorra, 11 shots on goal, 2 for Andorra, 7 on target, 4 big chances and 8 corner kicks, 1 yellow card apiece, nothing in terms of red card. And we're just going to go through It's also full time in that game in Portugal, so we're going to run through the scores for you on that as well. So just going to in a moment run through the full time scores from you from the other European games today as well, and these are all full time, less the ones that are kicking off later this evening. So earlier on today, Latvia 0, Serbia 1, and that hasn't updated. I'm sorry, bear with me. There we go. Latvia 0, Serbia 1, England 2, Andorra 0, Armenia 0, Portugal 5. The games later tonight are Ireland versus Hungary, Austria versus Cyprus, and San Marino versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. All those games kicking off at 7:45 p.m. UK time. So England dominating, but only managing a 2-0 victory today. We've got more games for you coming up. Tomorrow we have a vital qualifier in Group A as Germany attempt to recover from that 2-0 loss in Slovakia, knowing that they really need a win against Northern Ireland, who are topping the group surprisingly with a 3-1 victory over Luxembourg. So join us for that one, of course, tomorrow. That kicks off at 7:45 UK time. We'll be on air at 7:40. Thankfully, I'll have a producer for that one. But that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go through some of the chats. There's been a few here. Mike Harneman, thanks, Mike, for updating me on the subs. Anderson deserves man of the match. Very good from him. Serbia game will be tough, and go on Jamie Reid tomorrow. Okay, so we have that's it for today. England win by 2-0. Join us tomorrow for Germany versus Northern Ireland. In the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. If you've enjoyed what you've listened to, please like and subscribe. We'll be back again tomorrow. Join us then. Bye for now.